What is going on, everybody? Grayson here from Poke Profit. Today, we're going to be talking about 151 because it's been on an absolute tear over the past 28 days. Most sets actually from the block rotating out this year are going on a run. So SV Base, that's been moving up. Pelde Evolved, I think that's back to around 440 a booster box. Obsidian Flames, we touched on this yesterday during the live stream. If you didn't, tune into that, you can go watch the rerun. Showed you guys all the numbers from the market spreadsheet. Obsidian's up to around 340 a booster box as well. Paradox is moving up slightly. And then the specialty sets, of course, like Pelde and Fates, that's moving. But I think 151's probably doing the best out of all those sets. And I don't think it's contentious to say that 151 is the best set out of that entire block. So it makes sense to me why people are scooping up all the 151 they possibly can at this point. And it's basically every product. We will take a look at most of them today. So starting off, the booster packs here, these are $19.55, almost $20 for a loose pack of 151. These you could have found for about $10 at points last year, March, April, May, in that range. Now basically double at this point. And if we do the 1 year chart here, you can see up around 80%, not the best performing sealed 151 product. You'll see here in a minute some of the other ones that have done better, but still $20 for a loose pack of 151. And it's also not just the sealed product either. We're going to take a look at some of the singles that are continuing to move up. PCTBs, these are up around 7.5% over the past 28 days, getting close to $1,000. We've seen multiple sales on eBay actually already over $1,000. So I think it's just kind of a matter of time before the TCG player graph catches up. And we can see here recent sales, you're basically there anyways on the platform. Regular ETBs, these are up almost 10% over the past 28 days, now pushing $460 an ETB. Recent sales were actually almost at $500 on TCG player. I still believe on eBay, you can probably find these in like the 450 range, 440, maybe even cheaper, like a couple new sellers maybe are moving a couple boxes around $4. So if you really want one, now I think is the time. Honestly, like I don't see these getting any cheaper unless the entire market collapses, but it's crazy the growth on these. And I'll say too, like just in terms of sales volume, 151, all the products across the board, like it is insanely high. The PCTBs, we talked about this yesterday as well in the live stream. They were selling over 2 per day, and that's like $1,000 box. Now, that's not TCG player. TCG player, we're talking about 1, maybe 1.5 over the past 28 days. Let me actually go check. So 14 sales over the past 28 days, 0.5 per day on TCG player, over 2 per day on eBay. That's respectable for $1,000 item. Celebrations UPCs, they're in the same range, probably selling like 2 to 2.2 per day. And that's almost $1,000 too. The regular ETBs, I know if you look here on TCG player, 1.5, closer to 2 actually per day. I think on eBay, probably somewhere between like 4.5 to 5, sometimes even up to 6 per day. And that's just buy it now sales. So a ton of these are still moving even at current levels. The booster bundles, these are up 17% over the past 28 days. Now close to $140 USD per loose bundle, guys. That is ridiculous. Insane. I was buying these a month ago, right? When I bought that booster bundle display, it was 112 USD, I think, was market, or 115. Like it was in that range, just drying up so quickly. The booster bundle displays too, basically up the same percentage here, around 18% over the past 28 days. Recent sales on these, $1,750 all day long. So that's about $175 per bundle inside. If you can find a store, if you're buying 10 of these and they'll send you a sealed bundle still, massive win in my opinion. So if you are thinking about getting some bundles, that's something that I do recommend looking out for. The UPCs, these are over $700 now, up around 20% over the past 28 days. If I do the 6-month chart here, you can see like these were back down to around 550 in late November. So crazy growth on this product. And honestly, like considering how expensive this box already is, it's kind of surprising to me how fast it's still moving, right? And the fact that it's at $700. And, it makes sense to me one day that this will be $1,000 item. I look at the Celebrations UPC. I do believe that 151 will get there eventually, but the rate at which it's growing, that's really the thing that I think we need to talk about. And even Blooming Waters too. These are up 18.5, 19% over the past 28 days. To me, I don't think the promos in this set are anything crazy, but it's just the fact that the loose packs are up around 19% over the past month. It kind of makes sense that Blooming Waters is moving up. Now, I do want to highlight a couple products that aren't performing well, and this is why on the channel we hit home so hard about picking the right products, because there are products that are losers, unfortunately. So the binder collection, this is a product that's around $145. I believe these were fairly rare. Maybe they only got one print run. So out the gate, these got fairly expensive. But you can see here over the past year, these are only up 2.67% over the past 365 days. Past 28 days, 5%, right? So all these other products, somewhere between 10 and 20%, binder collection, only 5%. And a lot of that probably has to do with the packs moving up in price. The poster collection, 4.55% over the past 28 days. Past 12 months, 32.6%. Another failing product that just hasn't performed as well. And then finally, the Alakazam box, up around 8% over the past 28 days. So this, I think, is actually better than the PC ETBs. Very close, actually. But when we look at the past year, right, the past 12 months, only up 34.06%. So these poster collections, binder collections, these are just not the best products, unfortunately, and that's why I say collection boxes in general, definitely recommend avoiding them as investments. If you can get them, based off of price per pack inside, you're not paying any sealed premium, and you can move those packs, whether it's to a rip and ship or whatever, right? Or, your thesis is buying the loose packs at a certain percentage or certain market price, great. But in terms of a sealed item, not something that I'm ever going to be putting money into again, unless, of course, there is a crazy promo. When you're talking about let's say the Evolution premium collections from Sword and Shield era that had the Vaporeon, and I'm trying to think the other, Flareon, I think, or Jolteon, like those promos were great. Like there are instances where collection boxes can do very well, but when it's something generic like this, you have a poster, a binder, these tend to not do that well. So before we look at some of the cards, I did want to, take a little break and say, if you guys enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video. You can leave a dislike as well. Doesn't hurt my feelings if you don't enjoy the content. Also, a bunch of useful links in the description. Market spreadsheets there, mentorship program, consultation calls if you want to work with me one-on-one this year. Thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. Looking at some of these cards, a lot of these are actually starting to turn around, and over the past month or so are actually outperforming a lot of the sealed products. So the Charizard up top, the EX, this is doing better than some of the sealed products, up around 13.86%. This is back to around $300 USD. If we look at the 1-year chart, basically back to all-time highs. I mean, September, $303. We had that dip, obviously, with the correction down to around the 240 range. Just following this, when we did the SAR update in the spreadsheet, to me, it made sense. Around 240, 250, we're probably getting towards a low. And honestly, like a lot of the SIRs and Prismatic and some of these other sets that have been hit hard, we are starting to see them rebound at this point. So it makes sense to me, right? They got hit very, very hard. I think people were looking at them as undervalued, and maybe more so the SIRs from the block of sets rotating out this year, because people know we're not going to get any more product on the market. But there's the Charizard to start off. Blastoise, this is up 38.37% over the past 28 days, now up to around $120 USD on TCG Player. Most recent sale actually from today, near mint, $143.80. I'll be honest, this is not my favorite Blastoise artwork. I think it's a little bit boring. I understand like the artworks are connected and everything, but people like the card. That's really all that matters. Venusaur back up to around $100 USD. I'll throw you guys up the 1-year chart too. So this might actually be an all-time high on this card. Charmander, another massive run here, up 25% over the past 28 days, sitting at $82 USD. That's probably an all-time high as well, at least a 12-month high. Zapdos, 80-ish dollars, up around 23%. Not an all-time high there. Squirtle, 73 bucks. This is looking kind of like an all-time high, at least a 12-month high as well. I'm trying to remember if there's a time period where a lot of these IRs and SIRs were higher before, early 2025. I don't think so, but I could be wrong about that. Alakazam, $59 USD, very close to the 12-month high there. Pikachu as well, up around 33%, almost $60 USD. And I don't know the pops for every single one of these cards off the top of my head, but I know for a fact that a lot of them are very high. A ton of 151 is being opened and still being opened. Definitely not at the rate it was probably a year ago when packs were $10, but still, even at $20, a decent amount of 151 is being opened. Charmeleon, this is up 27%, sitting around $54. And the final card I brought up, the Bulbasaur, up around 30%, sitting at $52. So all the top SIRs, all of the top illustration rares moving up in price. It is not surprising, I would say, but the rate at which we're seeing 151 grow over the past month or so, to me, is at least surprising. And, maybe that's just me not being tapped in enough with the market, but great to see. It's great if you own 151 product. I think the question now becomes, if you don't own 151 or you're looking to get more, is it still worth picking up 151, whether it's the booster bundles, I don't know, the ETBs, Blooming Waters? It's a tough question to answer because I think there's a lot of solid deals out there, whether it's Paldean Fates, whether it's Prismatic Evolutions, Black Bolt White Flare, even like sealed ETB cases of Ascended. I mean, you could probably make an argument it's worth at least putting some money towards that now, and then, going a lot heavier in the future. So many places to put your money, even other games too, right? Like One Piece, the market's been correcting over the past, I'd say 3 weeks at this point. Tons of options, tons of opportunities. I would say don't overthink it. If you like a product, you're willing to hold it. And again, we can have a different discussion about trying to optimize and get the highest ROI possible. But I think when you look at the macro, it's all about just investing and putting more money in and being willing to sit on it for a period of time. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great week. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.